This is a follow-up video to my recent video on the Revopoint MetroX 3D scanner. In this video I'm going to show the process I go through to get a really detailed scan of a complex object. And the complex object is a real crocodile skull. And here is the skull. Lots and lots of detail, lots of complex shapes. Lots of nooks and crannies and holes, and it takes a little bit of thought to work out the best way of scanning it. The first thing I did was to scan the skull as a whole the correct way up, and here I'm on my manual turntable I made myself with marker dots attached. These are the Revopoint marker dots, and I'm using the MetroX 3D scanner from Revopoint, and I'm using the parallel line mode with the markers, and I'm passing the scanner over and over the subject until the subject is green. Once it's all green, or near enough all green, you know you've got the detail you require. So here you can see nice green skull. We stop the scan, complete the scan. It looks messy, but it's easy to clean up. I've now turned it upside down, and I'm going to scan the underside. Once again, waiting for it to all go green. I have edited these clips just to make the video a little bit shorter. Be a little bit tedious watching the entire thing. But there we are. I've now separated the cranium from the mandible. I'm scanning the underside of the cranium, or the upper part of the skull, the maxilla. There we go, nice and green. Complete the scan. Now the upper part of the skull, correct way up. Scanning it and manually turning the turntable. The marker dots keep the tracking perfect, and they ensure very accurate scans, which means very easy merging of the scans later on. Now we're on to the lower jaw or mandible. Very easy to do. So we're getting a nice scan of the lower jaw the correct way up. Then we turn it over and we scan it upside down. So at the end of this, I end up with a total of 6 scans. So there's the first scan I did. I'm just going to show you what I do. So the first thing is I'm fusing the point cloud. I've sped up some of these bits. So there we are, that's the point cloud fused. We then go on to isolation, detect isolated islands, and we can delete those, and immediately the scan is looking a lot cleaner. Zoom to fit, yes, right click zoom to fit, so we can have a closer look. And that looks good, and I did the same for all 6 scans. We then go into merge, and I'm going to merge these in pairs. So the first 2, which is the whole skull, right way up and wrong way up, and I'm merging those, and you can see they've merged really nicely because of the nice even spread of colours. Then we generate a model. There we go. That looks pretty good just like that, but I know I can improve it. So now the upper part of the skull, the 2 scans I did of that, previewing the alignment. Once again, really nicely aligned, which shows how accurate they are. Generate a model. There we go. Then we're going to do the same with the 2 scans of the lower jaw. So we select those 2, preview the alignment, really nice alignment again, so we generate a model. The next thing that we're going to do is combine these 2 scans of the separate parts of the skull with the first scans I did of the whole skull. So we've got plenty of overlap, so they should align. So there we are, that's the first 2. So we're going to generate a model. We're then going to merge that with the scan of the upper part of the skull, generate a preview of the alignment, and then generate a model from that. And by doing this process, it's very straightforward once you get your head round it. You've got a very detailed skull. Once you've done merging, I then check for overlapping parts of the point cloud and delete those. Simplifies the model a bit. You're bound to have overlaps if you've merged models. We then go on to mesh, and this creates the proper mesh. Takes a little bit of time to do this bit. There it is, looking good. Lots and lots of detail, including the inside surfaces, because we scanned the 2 parts separately. So just checking isolated parts again, they show up as red, and we can delete those. They're little islands that aren't attached. Then we go on to fill holes, detect where the holes are, they show up as green. Right click, select all, and apply, and that will fill all these holes. And there it is, the finished mesh, and I have to say, really pleased. And here it is in preview on my MacBook. Stunning result, absolutely delighted with that. It just shows how capable the MetroX is. Check out links in the description. Many thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. Bye for now.